What does influence mean? Our purchasing behavior is usually influenced by those around us. And as a business, you want to be influential in the decisions your customers or potential customers are about to make. You want to help influence that decision in your benefit. Of course, we're building businesses that benefit our customers just as much, if not more, than they benefit us. But influence is something we need to harness as small business owners, as digital entrepreneurs, as social media moguls, all of that. We have to be able to harness our power to sell with our content, to be able to convert our people from a place of indecision to a place of decision, moving them from one place to another, from one platform to another, from being a non-buyer into being a buyer, from not knowing or understanding your brand to being an evangelist for your brand. All of that comes rooted in influence. So first, we're going to get clear on what we're talking about. Then we'll talk about what influence looks like for marketers and those of us who work in the digital space. And at the end of this video, we'll talk about why influence is so important. You won't want to miss that, so stay tuned. Let's start out by talking about what influence is in the first place. If we read an actual definition of it, it's to affect or change something in an indirect but significant way. That's what you want to do for your customers. You want to have that significant impact in the decisions that they're making. You want to help bend the river in their direction. The key word here is indirect. Indirect means that you're not blatantly, obviously trying to sway their decision. Instead, what you're doing is laying out the pathway for them to make the decision, as if they were the ones who came up with the idea in the first place. We can use a variety of different tools and tactics to plant those seeds and to place those bricks in front of our customers, but we have to make sure that we know where we're going in the first place. Before we get into the rest of this video, I want to make sure that you have subscribed. So hit the subscribe button, join us here on the channel. New videos every week to help you and your small business turn up your visibility, find new customers, and help nurture them through your business. There's two different types of influence we want to talk about, or outcomes of influence. The first one is influencing behavior. That's what most people will think of when they think about influence, especially for those of us in business. This is where we want to help influence our customers to purchase something. That's the action we're trying to influence. The other thing we want to influence is their belief and understanding in what our brand is. Both of those are rather simple to do. We have to understand first what the obstacles our customers are facing. Then we have to figure out what it is we can do to help them overcome those obstacles. Then we want to communicate that to them so that they know that there are solutions to their problems. Have you ever been swayed to make a decision to purchase something before? Have you ever physically experienced those sales tactics on yourself before? Did they work? Did they not work? Let us know down in the comments. The second place that influence can outcome, which in my opinion is the most important, which is the largest place that you're going to see the biggest gains, is in the area of influencing culture. So this is influencing policies, decisions, customs, interactions. All of those types of relationships are all influenced in the way that we behave. Here's an example. So when I travel around the world, I always find it interesting to find a group of people from all over the place to gather for a meal, and that the meal usually starts with everyone raising their glass and toasting. And this is really fun to watch because my friends from Germany, for example, they look you dead in the eyes every time your glasses touch. And if you aren't looking dead in the eyes, it's considered bad luck. And so the behavior that they all seem to share is to look you directly in the eye as a form of good luck. On the other hand, I have friends from the UK who totally don't look you in the eyes when they tap your glass. They look up. It's a communal experience. They value that behavior differently. So that is cultural influence at its very base level. So how can we use that in our businesses? We want to make sure that our people have this united experience. They have this insider identity that they can all take on and become. They have different language that they use. And most important to what we're talking about is that they have this shared culture, these shared ways of acting and believing. And that is really cool for your small business as well. For example, say you're a cake shop. How can we have behavior around your cake shop? Well, there is a wonderful cake shop up here where I am north of Toronto, and they do these mini cakes over the weekends. And they're able to do really extravagant flavors, cool designs. They're able to try new things, and they make cakes that are so photographable. They get a ton of social proof and customer generated content from that. So what they're able to do is change the behaviors of their purchasers, of their customers, and get them to start purchasing these cakes on the weekends. And not just because it's a holiday. You can go in and you can purchase those beautiful cakes just to celebrate the weekend. You don't have to have a special occasion. And that has helped them generate more revenue, make more sales, open up a new product line, and they're able to generate more sales off of that. Boom, beautiful. Brick and mortar business works beautifully. If you're in the info product space, then of course you know how important it is to have that uniting culture. When we're not physically able to share the same space with each other, when we're separated and we don't have as much control over the experience your customers are having with your brand, well, then you want to make sure that you have more thought and intention into creating that culture. So go create that culture. And if you want more information on how you can create this culture in your online business, in your online presence, regardless if you're a brick and mortar business or you are an online only business, then I recommend joining us for our program called Live Academy. But Live Academy isn't for everyone, but it is for those of you who are already creating live content. You're already recording videos and putting them out there. You're already going live on your profile maybe, or creating a video here and there. This Live Academy is to help you step that up a little bit. So the first step that I think is really valuable, regardless of how much live content you've been putting out there, is to take an analysis of where you currently are and understand how far you can come to what really great scientifically proven engagement looks like online. So what we've designed is we've put together a really simple analysis that I want you guys to check out. You can get the links down below. I want you to check it out because it gives you pretty much the entire Stream 360 formula there in a single document. So you're going to go out, you're going to check out your content, and you're going to give yourself a score. The workbook down below will explain the whole thing, but you're going to give yourself this score so you can understand how great your content is. If you don't like that number, if it's not reflective of the quality of your brand, I totally get it. I had that same experience. Oh, it felt so weird. But I want you, if that's the case and you want to take it the next step and you want to take your content to the next level, then I definitely invite you to join us for Live Academy. The links and the information are all in the workbook, but I hope you enjoy it. Just like I hope you enjoy this video if you haven't already checked it out. Oh, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Remember to be excellent to each other. Just go live.